Alright guys, we're gonna take a look at this game I played recently against someone that got really mad. This is the trifecta of cheese. So it looks like I go aerial spec. I'm always aerial spec, I think, unless it's extremely unplayable. Perhaps the only time I won't pick it is something like sniper with maybe spider or something, or sniper with ball. Something that's really not good against chaff. So I just do my standard positioning and I always get arc lights because I need chaff clear with the rays. Since I'm going round two rays every time, and the way I position the crawlers is so the packs, 3 packs of rays could fit right in the center. So if you ever see that, then you might be playing against me. So the first round, it doesn't look that good, but yeah, I at least managed to get one of their spiders. Usually I'll always skip so I could get the 450 to unlock and get those crucial first two rays. And I positioned the first two rays always here, always 5 spots from the crawler packs, because they help protect against the flank. And this is the positioning I use every single time for the rays, regardless. It may not be optimal, but it's just the default position. And I find that when they put the spider in the corner or something, it's a hard counter to that. So it would be nice to win this. I do need a I just need to kill their snipers, but it doesn't look like that'll be happening. Which doesn't mean that the strategy loses. You know, the fact that their snipers have leveled is not good, but it's not the end of the world because of the shield. So here I see the Vulcan, and it's only 100 extra to get the Vulcan compared to the 2 squads of the Rhino. So basically, I'm paying 100 to unlock the Vulcan. I can use it to ignite the fire, which which I get right away. And if I want to move out of the Vulcan, I can sell it, but most likely, the Vulcan is a very critical part of the composition. I have enough money to get 2 more rays, and I position the rays, um, you know, a little bit asymmetrically. The third ray is always in the middle, but then the fourth ray can be next to the ray that's done the most damage, and yeah, this is the ray that did this. The ray did more damage than this ray, so I put it on this side. So that's basically his weak side and my strong side, although I'm not that strong yet on that side. So he's got his worm, some more snipers, so I think some more chaff, which is all a good response. The worm is kind of interesting because you know he doesn't. The worm can't really attack air, but um, so this is the first part of the cheese. It's a round three fuel, ignite the fuel, almost like an auto win. So pretty annoying for the opponent. Here, I skip. There's nothing here that I think I want. I mean, perhaps photon coating, but it's I'm not quite sure. So here I upgrade my raise always. I put the cloak. Not sure if it's the best tech. I mean, he's got the heavy medium units, so that's where the 40% damage comes in handy, along with the worm. Shield would also be good, but shield's a bit more expensive. I don't worry about upgrading any of the rest of the stuff. I just try to build as many raids as I can. I do spend 300 to get the incendiary, which is quite a high risk, but I feel like I kind of need something to deal with the chaff better, and it's probably, yeah, it's, for the money, it's probably the best option. Now, the opponent goes with the boat, which is a hard counter to the, almost a hard counter to the raise, and it's quite scary. So he's got a line of AA, he's got a line of snipers with range, which actually is potentially a mistake because you do not need range on your snipers. Um, I think this overload is just a card, so it's actually not as scary as I would have thought. Yeah, but the range is probably not as useful as just going AA spec. I mean, you get the range as well, and you do way more damage. So that I'm not so sure about. Here, you know, the orbital jav looks good, but there's not really anything I can hit multiple units wise. Vulcan's Ascent is pretty good. I think I end up picking that. Um, for my opponent, I believe he's going to go for another battleship card. Yep, here's the Vulcan's Descent. Now I go full on with the Warcrime, 450 for the sticky oil bomb, and that's just going to quadruple the fire. I decided that this is probably a decent location to just launch the other Vulcan and maybe smother this with some fire. I could probably also have put it to the side a bit. Now the opponent is pretty smart here. He takes advantage of the new unit with the fire extinguisher. The only potential issue here I see is I would have probably wanted these hounds a bit further back because, yeah, it'll clear the fire in the front, but it's not going to do anything in the back should any fire land in the back. Um, so as you can see here, there's fire here. The marksman's going to walk into that fire. Um, this probably wasn't the best positioning. And for my round, my deployments, I just kept going more rays. No additional tech. Level up the rays as needed. No other units or chaff or anything. So this round works out pretty well. All right, here, I actually don't think I need any of this. I'll probably just pick the best value, which is the Farseer, and sell it. Potentially Stormcrawler is good, but if the opponent goes AA Mustangs, then it's hard countered. Fort's probably decent, but yeah, I mean, I don't really want to get into any other units except for my carry raise. So, yep. Um, get the second tech, which is the shield, most important tech, and that's gonna allow the marksman to, raise the tank, one, two, three. It takes 4 shots now for the level 3 marksman to kill a level 2 ray, which is eternity, and there's three rays per pack. The Farseers, which my opponent picked, is the best option by far. EM Tech for 100 is extremely cheap. You get some more of these hounds, which is smart, but I do wonder if he wants to position them a little bit behind, so in case there is any fire in the back. It kind of clears it. But this position, he's probably good. Me, it looks like I may have gotten one additional um, pack of fangs at some point. So the hounds are cleaning up some of the fire, but it's not protecting against the back. And there's just way too many rays at this point. They're clearing chaff. They're clearing um, the spiders. They're kind of just this wave of rays now. Um, and I also upgraded my tower, so on my weak side. So fortunately, that he did not get my tower, which would have been a big deal. So things are looking good. Um, Here, I'm not sure if I need anything here. I probably just skip. Super heavy armor is an option if you have level 4 rays or something significant. Then it might make sense. But I only have level 3, so it's kind of borderline. I'm not sure if I okay. I still pick it. Um, Yeah, you'd think to level up your war crime and put it on there. That might have been the better play, but just to ensure it gets another volley off. But I wouldn't want to waste money on upgrading the Vulcan because it does nothing except for throw out volleys. I have the fuel as well again this round. Um, just get some more rays. Make sure both towers are have one level in them. You know, don't lose to something stupid. Opponent now has double shot, which is smart. So now it reduces, 4 shots to, I think, 2. So that's quite good. It would have been better even if he had a more specs instead of the range, but and okay, so no shield, but he's got the hounds clearing all that fire. It's it does save his one more marksman there. Hopefully, I can get off another volley with this war crime. It does, but it doesn't reach back to the sniper. So it looks like the hounds are actually doing a very good job. The only problem I think with the hounds is, if you're gonna I think he spent around 5 deployments um, with the extinguisher tech. Um, it's still cheaper than the war crime, but it doesn't clear everything. And those 5 deployments could have gone to farseers or snipers, and I would have just rather shield, spend money on shields and get more anti-air. So it looks like the war crimes is at risk of not working as well as intended. He has one, two, three, four, five, 6 of the hounds just to fight the fire. But again, the problem is he's wasting, and he has range, which I'm not sure if he needs range because I have nothing on the ground except for the 1, 2 fangs and 3 crawlers. So I think that's a waste. I think all that money could have gone into more of these farseers and just plop more shields down to protect against the fire. Anyways, looks like I get another war crime just to make sure that I could get some more fire down. Not sure if this is the optimal positioning, but I have found that putting the war crime in front and moving it back is quite an effective strategy when they have shields or when they have anti missile Mustangs. It's kind of like getting some early fire down, and the Vulcan usually still alive to get off the second volley. So I thought he would um, lightning storm here, but he didn't. Here, the lightning storm doesn't really do anything to to these rays, especially high level, with the shield. So it's not really an issue. Here I see that all the fire's cleared. This is quite effective. Um, I did not even go, I think, Lightning Storm because I knew he would do shield. So it would just be a waste. So this is looking pretty good for him. Um, these shields are so effective, not only against fire. Farseer is extremely scary. It's close, but actually that was a perfectly balanced round. Here, yeah, just skip. I don't really have much spells that need to come off cooldown. So here, it's starting to look a little bit of a little concerning because he's got the shields, he's got the fire extinguisher. The war crimes are starting not to get effective. So at that point, the next step after the war crime is the Warfactory. So step one, ray spam. Now, if they have ground units like snipers and chaff, then and you can't clear them fast enough, step two is always war crimes. You cover the ground and fire. Now, if that doesn't work because of the shields and the fire extinguisher, then you have no choice except to go step three, which is Warfactory. So it's just the progression of the cheese. Um, Here, I get both techs. I get the armor tech. I get the gold tech because I know the Farseers are going to lock on with their EM. So anything just to survive a bit longer. It is an all in, but yeah, that's just the way it goes. It's dying fairly quickly, but it has tanked everything. So perhaps it has done its purpose. And it looks like because of how much that Warcrime tanked, it has allowed the Rays to go in and to destroy everything. The problem here is this is quite early to be going all in with the war crime. He still has 2,000 health left, so this is not necessarily a one game at all. Um, I'm very vulnerable to losing if I cannot get the win soon. So I think the only option here is just get some more chaff clear. Um, Everything else will die to instantaneously. Could potentially sell so something, get some money, but I'm not sure if that's the best idea. So obviously, I think it might be smart to move my war factory somewhere. I mean, you could leave it here, but you know, it does seem like it's too obvious of a play. I think you have to introduce a bit of variance. So move it over to the side. Um, I didn't pre-plan, so I had no choice but to get the elite Warcrime. It would have been smarter to just get the standard level 1 Warcrime there. Have some money left over. Always click on range and speed if possible for these all-in rounds. Don't have money to upgrade all the rays, so I just go with whatever levels were the highest. The opponent goes high level of Rhino, but it's pretty much two shot by the rays. So we have the fire extinguishers coming in. Almost ready for a second volley. Let's see what that does. Look at how effective the fire extinguisher are. But you could tell actually it's not the fire extinguishers that are doing anything. It's actually the shields, because the fire is not, the fire extinguisher is kind of, yeah, extinguishes the fire, but I mean, it doesn't do anything, because it only extinguishes it for itself, and the hound doesn't shoot up. So at this point, this side angle, um, this corner Warfactory, coming in from the side, obliterates the opponent's side, and now it's just hopefully it's enough damage to get the game. And just by 33. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely not perfectly played by any means. I'm not sure if this. Okay, this typhoon was actually pretty useful. I'm not quite sure about all this. If the typhoon was optimal, would it have been better to get more levels on the rays? Obviously, you do see that I got both attack and defense at some point, because with these rays with their shield, you definitely want to prioritize the second defense, because that could potentially mean one extra or two extra, hits by the marksman. Um, and Marksman finally got AA spec with the range. Um, I think it's quite unnecessary to get all this range and aerial spec. I mean, your range is now 225. It's a bit too much. The shooting squad would have been amazing, I think, because you would have had a line of fangs in front, protected by the shield and potentially protected by all the all the hounds with the fire extinguisher. You are going into the Warcrimes, which might make you reluctant to click it, but I think the shooting squad would have been pretty scary. So I would have gone again. I would have gone aerial spec first, perhaps shooting squad second, um, or even shooting squad first. Double shot is good. Um, yeah, so the opponent was super angry after this game, and you can understand why. It's a very cheesy strategy, but a win is a win, and if you can only play cheese, then you can only play cheese. I'd rather be a cheeser at 2,000 than a non-cheeser at 1,500, right? All right, guys. That'll be it for today.